Hi and welcome. I'm going to walk you through the syllabus. Now the syllabus is something that's really important, and I'm making the video that you should be watching. So if you've heard that, you're watching. Way to go. Now the document is kind of like a map. It walks you through basically what we're going to be doing from week to week. And it's important for you to keep up to date on this. Now, what I think it's really important you be aware of is that it's an online class. There is no classroom. So it won't be on your roster that you've received from the banner. So this is a course that is done on your own time. And you'll need to take the time to watch the videos, because that's what I make for you for each chapter in the textbook. So please make sure that you review your syllabus and use your calendar. I'll put in this video how to use your device calendar. It's a basic, simple one. And you probably already know how to use it, so you may not find it particularly helpful. But for those of you who aren't certain and aren't strong time managers, that's a very big part of an online class, then your syllabus will become very important. All the dates for due dates, test open and close, journals open and close, and that'll make more sense when you watch those videos and read those documents. So with the syllabus, at the very bottom you'll see where it says how to contact me through an email. Now I have an important statement to make there, and it's important that you pay attention to it. You must have your complete name, and you must have which class you are in. I have 4 online classes, over 200 students. I won't know you all by individual names because I've never really met you, and I don't think in many cases we'll ever really meet. So please, you must put your name and you must put what class you're in. If you don't hear from me within 24 hours, I'm very quick to respond to people's emails. If you don't hear from me 48 hours at the most, check your sent file, because that would mean to me that you did not put your name in or your class. I will not respond to emails without a class name and a student name. Now that's partly because we're helping you get ready for your after-school career, where you'll need to do that. You'll need to put in what in the subject. There must be a subject. So put the class name in the subject. And at the end of your email, put your name in. And that's helping you for preparation for your career, because you'll need to be doing that, subject and name. And it's an imperative to get a response from me. Okay, now on the second sheet you'll see that there's a textbook, and yes, the textbook is mandatory. It's mandatory for a very good reason. Like mentioned, this is an online class, so we won't be in a classroom, and we won't be sitting for 3 hours every course, for every week. We will be in an online environment, so your textbook is a very important resource. I will be making videos that walk you through content in your course. Some of that material is material from my own expertise and background. Some of that is coming from your textbook, so I'll use your textbook as a guide. So it's going to help you when you watch the videos to have your textbook available to see where I am, what we're talking about, highlighting and making notes, making additional notes if you want in your notebook, and keeping track of what we're doing. Now that textbook is is not in the library. It's a custom publication in some cases, and so you'll have to make sure you purchase it. Now use it as a guide for your note taking, but also when it comes to test time, you can use your textbook, and the more you've been familiar with the chapters and gone along with the videos and your textbook, the easier it will be to find some of the answers you might struggle with. The other answers, you may already be familiar with the answer on the test because you've done your studying as you've gone along. So the textbook is mandatory. It's your choice, mind you, but my experience has been those that don't go take an online class without a textbook don't do as well as those with a textbook. So make every effort. Now you'll see it, the next little piece of the syllabus here is referring to week by week structure. Let's look at the next one, where it's a whole selection here of week by week. Now what's important in this is that when you look at your syllabus, you'll see there are due dates, journals, tests, assignment, and they will have either date and time or a range, as in the test and journals. And the range just means that if the test is posted in week 4, week 5, week 9, and it's open for 5 days, it's available in that week for that period of time. So in the syllabus it says when it's open and when it's closed. Once it's closed, it's done. There's no reopening it. You've missed the test. And that applies to journals. Now, the difference with journals is they're open for 2 weeks. And so the open date, if it's in week 3 or week 6 or week 9, and it's open for 2 weeks, if in the from 9 to 10, if you're in the 10th week and you want to do the journal that's in week 9, then make sure you go back to week 9. That's where the journal will be. Click on it and you should be able to do so. Now, I will have a video on how to make journal entries, both in the Blackboard overview, which you will have found on the first announcement in our Blackboard shell, and I'll also post it in helpful resources in week 1 folder, helpful resources file. And it'll basically be a Blackboard overview. Within that, we'll show you how to do a journal input, whether it be through PDF or just a direct entry. Okay, now, so that's important. Mark those dates in your calendar, whether that's your paper calendar, your device calendar, or an electronic or other version of calendar. It must be something that you can remind yourself that a test is due and you're prepared for that test, or an assignment is due and you've prepared for that, because there are no extensions. When you did the Am I an Online Learner video, you noticed that there were no extensions except for certain conditions, and those apply. On this next page, you're looking at the breakdown of tests and assignments and journals, and what percentage of the overall course grade of 100% will be dedicated to tests, assignments, and journals, followed by a breakdown of what the tests will be encompassing, what the assignment that just basically directs you to get your assignment. Now, on Am I an Online Learner, that was part of the expectations, is that you're going to download and print your syllabus, your assignments, and your journals. And that way you can read them at your leisure. You can save them as a PDF on your computer instead of printing them, but it's your responsibility to have them available to you. And then the last page here, we're just looking at student services. They're a free service that you, well, not exactly free, you pay for them with part of your tuition, and so they're available for you to take advantage of when you need. There's counseling for academic, personal, and career. There are, if you have a disability of some sort, whether it's a temporary one, you broke an arm and it's your writing arm, or if you have a long-term disability like a learning disability, the strategist involved with helping people with special needs will help you get accommodations based on appropriate accommodation, based on appropriate documentation. So you have to make sure you have your documents in order, and that's what will be expected of you. Having those will enable you to be successful in school, maybe equaling the playing field for yourself. Now, the other part is just looking at plagiarism and what is it. And now you'll see a section on college policies. In that will be some of the conditions that you're responsible for and I'm responsible for. And I put a little blurb at the end there to sort of walk you through an example, if you will, a simpler way of understanding what is plagiarism. Okay, now I hope this is helpful. You should be making sure that you review your syllabus regularly, check each week to see what it is that you're doing, check Blackboard each week to see if there's a new announcement, making any adjustments or changes or updates. Record your dates for tests, assignments, and journals in a calendar, and review it and check it regularly. This is your education. I wish you nothing but good luck in this, and I'm excited about teaching this course for you and look forward to seeing your submissions. Good luck, everybody, and welcome to class.